Women empowerment is a key driver for inclusive development. We don't see women as beneficiaries, but we see them as an asset.
And there's also various research that shows that when you lift women up, they don't just rise alone, they pull up families and communities and economies with them.
Oftentimes during disasters, women play a big role. They're the first front line who will act.
So if you take Malaysia, 60% of graduates are women. But when you look at the labor force participation, it's at 56%. So there's clearly a gap. When I talk about barriers and gap, it's important for us to try to understand why so many young women graduate, but then they're not continuing in the labor force. So understanding those barriers are, in my view, very important to identify policy measures that would help women to address those issues.
In UNDP work, we found that women is disproportionately burdened with care because they are seen as the carer, the primary care. So if you give a woman $100, probably the $100 goes to the children or the family. So that's why I think in terms of poverty, it affects women harder than men simply because of this cultural norm.
Hence, in everything that we do, we apply the gender lens. And this is born out of the understanding that different people on the ground have different economic and social realities. Hence, they may not benefit equally from all of our policy interventions.
So for me, I really believe that in every woman, there's a potential leader. No matter where you are, at home, at work, in politics. And what really motivates me and drives me, my purpose, is to remove the barriers and provide opportunities for every woman to unleash her potential.
Women are not just 50% of the population, they are 50% of our potential as well. So when you're talking about inclusive development, you're essentially talking about leaving no one behind. And what that effectively means is ensuring that girls and women are properly represented at every stage of society.
So in our stakeholder engagement, which is one of the process to gather the different opinion and view from the different group, we need to make sure that women are part of the engagement. So this would include adopting creative approaches. For example, making sure that we have a space that is conducive for them to bring in their children.
It is estimated that if we close the gender gap globally, it can give a 7 trillion boost to the economy. So imagine just here in Malaysia how much investing in women economic empowerment can support boosting the GDP. So investing in women actually help build local economies. They also are important drivers to reduce poverty, because we know that when we invest in women, it will ripple on the whole community.
So I hope in the near future that more boys and men will rise to become allies in the strive for gender equality, because everyone wins in that scenario.
What I wish for Malaysia is to have more women in decision-making position. It will create a ripple effect. It will influence the way issues are analyzed, data are generated, and solutions are put forward for a more prosperous Malaysia.